Hey coloring friends, welcome back to the channel. Today I have a small haul for you. If you've seen any of my other haul videos, none of them are really big, but I do have some interesting things. I will go through the books first because I think these are well-known books and I don't think there's much I could add there. So let me put the products to the side. I have jumped on the Alien Worlds bandwagon. Normally, sci-fi is not my thing, but some of these images are really cool. I am really liking some of the work that I've seen. And I just love this idea of, I think it's Happy Catastrophe that has started this group of everybody working on this, but I think the unique twist is that they're not just coloring it, they're doing other things. Now, I don't completely have it because I'm waiting for her to get back to me on what I'm supposed to do, but from the little bit that I understood from other people's videos is that you make up the name of a ship, you make up your name, like you might have like a commander's name, and there might be more like what your mission is or just like really cute. And I just thought, I think I would like to be part of it, even though this is not particularly something I gravitate toward. I think I might have a lot of fun with it. I've named my ship, and that's about as far as I've gotten. I don't know what else I'm supposed to get together. I know that I'm supposed to decide like if I want my ship to be the same color all the time, what those colors are. So there's a lot for me to figure out, but you know, as soon as I hear back, and honestly, if anybody that's watching this knows what I should do, then if you tell me, that's just as good. I don't need anyone specific to let me know, but if you have what the hashtag is that I'm supposed to go to when I complete a page and give me a little bit of a rundown of what I'm supposed to do, if there's specific pages, or if I think someone said that this is, you know, you color what you want to color and you just post it. So I have been seeing some really cool work come out of it. So I did jump on the Alien Worlds bandwagon, and that's by Kirby Rosanes. Then I love Garden Lady so much by Lana Green that I decided to buy another one of her books, even though I know this is crummy paper. I believe this is Amazon paper. I don't know how to tell, honestly, where it says Amazon printed. Yeah, I haven't really honestly looked for it either. So I did decide to buy another book. I don't know how I'm going to approach this because I do like coloring in the books, but this paper is so smooth. I can't imagine getting a lot of layers with pencil. It is one-sided, so I can try doing alcohol markers first to see if that creates some kind of texture where I'm able to color in this book. But it is stunning. I mean, there are some beautiful images in here, and some of them I'm going to be very intimidated to do, like this one. I've seen so many beautiful colorings of this one as well. And then there are some other really popular ones that I've seen on Pinterest. I know there are more, but I think I'm going to give it a go anyway. It might be her. I find her stunning. So, and it's summery, might be more spring-like, but I might do something, if not in August, definitely in September. So that is Lana Green, Portraits #1. I know she has a new one out, but I liked the images in this one better, so I chose this one. Okay, so those are the two books. Let me move on to the few supplies that I purchased. One was gifted, actually, but I'll get to that. So I bought a 12-tube set of Turner's acrylic gouache. I absolutely love the Holbein, but they're really, really pricey here in the United States. And I don't know if it's worth it, to be honest, for a coloring book. I have a few of them and they are absolutely lovely. But I thought, I'm not a professional artist. I'm not showing this anywhere. Do I care about the light fastness, which I think is the reason that a lot of professional watercolor or actually any professional art supplies go by. I mean, paints, pencils, things like that. So I thought I would give these a try. I have read that they're not as opaque. There are people that just don't like them because they're more watery. But I thought I would give it a shot. I don't remember what I paid for it, but I think it was on special or something like that where I thought, okay, give it a go. I have tried to find individual tubes in art stores and they're just not available here unless you want to get them online. So I have this little handmade swatch sheet. I'll just swatch the colors out really quickly. I have put a purple Posca mark here because one of the colors is white. We will not be able to see it, but we should be able to see what the opacity is from that swatch. So acrylic gouache cannot be reconstituted once it has dried. So it's not like regular gouache or watercolor that you could put down, you know, similar to this. You know, this I could just reconstitute. These are watercolors and I could use them. I could use them like I always would if they weren't dried out. That is not the case for any acrylic gouache that includes Holbein and more expensive brands. So the Turner isn't any different than those. So what I usually do is just take it right from the tube, and hopefully these won't explode or anything like that because we won't be able to use it. So here is the white. You won't be able to see it on the paper too much, but let's see what it, wow, well, I don't know, that's pretty opaque to me. Yeah, I'm pleasantly surprised by that. I don't know if it's like a true white because I'm on white paper and there's a little bit of a difference in color from the white of my paper to this white that's right there. It might have like a slight color to it, but I don't think it'll make any difference when you're doing your artwork or your coloring, whatever we do with it. The next color up is jet black. And that's also much more opaque than, I guess, when I read the reviews, I felt, is this going to be really watery? But it isn't. Even if I water it down, it's nice. It becomes a nice gray, but it's opaque. So far, I'm pleasantly surprised. Next color is burnt sienna. That's a beautiful color. Wow. That is really a stunning burnt sienna. And again, I think that's opaque. The next color is sky blue. Okay, not exactly a sky blue to me. That looks more like a turquoise, but it is a beautiful color. I think that to me would be more ocean blue than sky blue, because it has that little bit of, I don't know if it's phthalo blue or... The next color is permanent green, and I might have taken too much there. Oh, I think my brush is a little dry. That's like a grass green. I think that's a great mixing color to make other colors. And although this is a small white, I think a lot of people use a lot of white in gouache, and that's how you're watering your color down. You probably don't water it down because I use watercolor mostly. I guess I'm not sure you're supposed to add any water to it at all, but I'm not too sure. I'm really new to gouache. Like I said, I only have a few tubes and I haven't done very much with them. Ooh. Oh, this is permanent yellow. This is a beautiful glowy yellow. Oh, that's really pretty. That has a nice glow to it. The next color is permanent lemon. Very bright, very pretty. Another lovely color. So at least in the yellow, they've given us, in this particular set, a cool and a warm yellow. It was really hard to decide. Oh, sorry. Permanent red is next up. Which set to get? Because, you know, all of them seem to have a little bit of an issue as far as color selection. Like this set only has one red, but it's stunning. That's a beautiful red. I would call this maybe a schoolhouse red kind of color. Next up, we have Gold Light. And I might really enjoy this color, but I think as like an introductory set for me, I would have preferred having a second red. Maybe something in the more orange. But let's see what this looks like. I may regret saying that. Okay, this is the first color I see what they mean. This is really watery. I'm not getting that opaque look that I think people choose gouache over, or at least why I'm choosing gouache instead of always using watercolor. So this is the first one I am disappointed in. I still could use it. And it does have, I don't know if you can see it. It does have, because my window's over. Let me turn on a light. I have a window really close by, so I didn't think I needed it, but yeah, I don't know if you could really see it, but it is metallic. I just think it's not as opaque as the other colors are. Next up, we have Pastel Emerald. Ooh, this looks like a nice minty color. Oh, it is pretty. Oh, that's lovely. I don't think it's a really natural looking green like in nature. I still think I could use it in nature. I mean, I could do whatever I want, right? But it's definitely a more pastel color rather than a more natural color, but I really like that. Next up, we have Pastel Lavender. I like this color as well. This has more of a blue tone to it than a reddish tone, and that's my preferred color, purples. I like them toward the blue, and that is lovely. And the last color is pastel pink. That's a pretty color as well. I don't know if you can add a tiny bit of yellow and make that a skin tone. Not sure. I would have to try something later on. I have to research a little bit more on how to use gouache. But let's take a closer look at the colors that I just did. Now, I don't know if you can see it, but the white is taking up or picking up a little bit of the purple and becoming slightly colored. It's got a slight tint of like a pink to it now. I think that happens with most of the colors, like gel pens always or seem to change colors. The black is really drying really nicely. It's staying very opaque in the spots I left most of the color in. I think the brown is going to be a really useful color. It is a little redder in person than it is coming up on camera. Next up is the sky blue, which even on camera is looking quite turquoise. Again, I think this is better for me for ocean maybe. Although maybe when we add the white, it is going to be a beautiful sky blue. The permanent green is a grass green, and I think is going to be a very useful color, as is the permanent yellow. It's a nice, beautiful, orangey yellow. I think that would look really pretty for some light sources. A lemon yellow, the same, might be really pretty for like the candlelight. Now the permanent red is a lovely color. It really is, but it's definitely more on the pinkish side. Yeah, than the orange. And it is much lighter in person. Here it looks like a very dark red on camera. It is darkish, but not nearly as dark and maroon looking as it is on the camera. The gold I've already shown. This is the one color I'm a little disappointed in, not because of the shininess, because as you could see here, that's coming up nicely. It's got a nice glow to it. It's very, very pretty, but it is on the more watery side, so not the opacity I was hoping for. The pastel green, these last three have not fully dried yet, but they're almost dry. That's a pretty color. As I mentioned, I'm not sure how natural looking it is, but I do like it and will definitely use it. The purple is one of my favorite colors here. I really like that intense pastel look. And the pink is maybe slightly more fleshy toned than I had hoped. I was hoping for just like a true, like a baby pink that, you know, you might paint a kid's room with, but still, it's a gorgeous set. I do like the colors. I think this is very useful. I am pleasantly surprised that I'm not finding it as watery as some people's comments were. Yeah, I think it's a lovely set. I do wish I could get these as individual tubes because I'm more likely to use these pastel colors only because then I could darken up spots with pencil if I wanted to. But I'm happy with the set. I think it came out really pretty. And I don't think there isn't a swatch card or, you know, what the true colors are. So I'm not really too sure. Okay, I am going to have to translate. It says 1 point, but this looks like it might be 2 parts paint to 1 part water. Not really too sure if you can see that. There's definitely, it's all, is this Japanese? Chinese? I'm not sure. Whatever this writing is, I have to have it translated to see what it means. These stars usually mean light fast ratings, or at least it does on watercolor. And this is the Yusuke Nakamura set. I'll have to look her up, but beautiful box though. I think I'm gonna keep this box because that's really pretty. So I'm really happy with the Turner acrylic gouache Yusuke Nakamura set. When I was at the Blick store, I saw this Fibralo brush by Caran d'Ache. I haven't seen any videos with this, so I'm not really too sure what it is or how it's different, but it's got a really tiny nib. I'm going to apply it direct onto the paper, and this is some kind of gray, but not too sure what. There's no color name, only a color number. I'm assuming 504 or 186 is the number, but all right, this is it direct on paper. Oh, it does feel nice though, guys. Oh, this is the Nina cardstock that I'm working on today. So I don't know how that affects it. Oh, the second thing I'm going to do is I do see some people use a paintbrush and put marker onto a plate and use some water like it's a watercolor. Well, obviously that comes up much lighter, but it does do a really pretty job. That is really pretty. Yeah, I'm not going to be able to get a good saturation with that on the plate, but let's wait to see how that dries. The cap does not match at all unless it's this paper, because this looks like a green gray, and that's definitely a blue gray to me. I don't know if there's a swatch page in this book. Oh, there is. This is the Lana Green. This might be Amazon paper. Let's see what it looks like on here. No, it's blue. Okay, it's blue. So the cap colors do not match at all. As you can see, they're not even relatively close. So that's a little disappointing for Caran d'Ache. I would have thought they would have done a better job at that. But it doesn't affect the pigment. I don't know if I would buy many more. I just did it, you know, to see what it was like, what it is. Yeah, it's just a brush marker. Not too sure if it's pigment ink. Should have looked that up. Yeah, I don't know if I would buy it, any more of them, but it is really pretty. And you can do it both direct on paper and from the plate. And the last one is a watercolor. This was sort of a gift. A friend accidentally ordered 2 of the same color, and she gave it to me. So this is A Gallo. This is an Italian brand, and the color is Green Earth Warm. And these A Gallo on the pricey side, but normally beautiful. Ooh, that's really light. Because normally A Gallo is not something that you have to give a lot of time to. You know, some paints you have to just wet it and leave it for a second. Let me get a different brush because I'm not sure if that's... Now this is a lovely natural color. And I'm gonna have to look up what's in it. This almost looks like it has like a white in it, but I doubt it, not from a Gallo. And that's it watered down. To see how light you can get it. And you can go quite light and quite nice. So I guess this is mass tone, half tone, light. Yeah, I think that's as dark as I'm gonna get that. But it's a very muted color. I like it. I like a Gallo. When I go to Italy in August, I'll see if I can find them cheaper than they are here in the US. Actually, they don't even sell them here in the United States. You either get them from the A Gallo website or you can go on Jackson's in the UK and get them. And my friend ordered them from Jackson's. When they have a sale, it's a pretty good price. So yeah, not here in the United States, yes. So guys, that's it for my small haul. I got 2 books, some gouache, a marker just to see, and a little gift of a watercolor. So thanks for stopping by. I really appreciate it. If you like this video at all, if you could give it a thumbs up, that would be fantastic. I'd love to hear from you if you want to comment on it, especially if you've used these Turner acrylic gouache. Let me know what your thoughts on that are. And I would love it if you subscribed and would come back for my next video. So hope to see you soon, guys. Bye.